It's day 2 for my review of the Terminator, so we're talking about Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Hello, everybody. It's time to talk about Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the greatest movie of all time, my favorite movie of all time, the best movie of all time, the of all time king. It has so many amazing titles, so we're going to get started by talking about the good. So, the first thing you have to talk about with this movie is just how amazing they up everything. They up the ante in this movie, they up the effects, they up the runtime. Okay, that may be a bit random, but they also up the character of the T-800. Meaning, in the first movie, he was this killer who did not understand the value of human life. He was basically just a machine that was able to learn things. And in this one, he's learning the value of human life. He's learning how humans cry. He's learning to respect them, how to love them, and how he's really sorry when he has to lower himself into a vat of molten steel. Sorry, that gets me every time. And it's just so sad when they do that, because and you care about him by the end. You care about him lowering himself. That's how effective this movie is. Say what you want if you like the Terminator more. There's no denying that is the most gut-wrenching scene in all of the franchise, when we see the Terminator lowering himself into the vat of molten steel. Ah! And it just hits you so hard in the face. And the effects hold up fantastic. Some of the effects look still gorgeous to this day. Like, they're some of the best special effects James Cameron has ever done. And he's done Avatar movies, so he's done some fantastic effects. So that is when you know that you have a good movie on your hands. So you get an amazing villain into T-1000, where you get like absolutely fantastic scenes where he's killing people almost as effective as the T-800 was killing in the first movie. And somehow Arnold looks more different in this movie than he does in the other one. He looks so much like younger and a lot more, I don't know, bigger and bulkier in the first one. I have no idea why. You guys need to explain me that, because he looks so much different in the first one, but he looks so amazing here. This is my favorite cover of all the Terminator movies. This has my favorite of the covers. It just looks so amazing. Look at him on that motorcycle with that amazing jacket. That is so cool. And the action is so amazing, and the set pieces are fantastic. They literally did an actual scene where they drove a helicopter under a bridge. Like, you can take for granted how dangerous that will be. That is extremely dangerous. Like, that could, one gust of wind and all of them would have been killed. It would have blown up, and it would have been a very big tragedy, but they still did it. People wouldn't do that now. They would just use green screen CGI like people are now doing now. And it just takes so much stuff that you love. The characters are so much better in here. Sarah Connor, so much better. She's the damsel in distress in the first movie. This movie, they make her so much better, and you care about her even more in this one, and how she's kind of become a Terminator herself. She wants to kill Miles Dyson, and it's in John who brings her back to humanity. And the characters are just so amazing in this. The ending. Oh, that ending is so amazing, and then we get to Rise of the Machines, and they were like, oh, hey, here's a brilliant idea. Let's take the greatest movie of all time and the greatest ending of all time and retcon the entire thing. There's a reason nobody considers T3 through Dark Fate canon. They are too disrespectful. Dark Fate is not as disrespectful. I get what they do in the opening scene. I saw that, and that's... I mean, I can live with that. It seemed good, because they had screwed up John Connor too much to let him live. They had screwed him up twice with two different terrible versions of him. So this is just such an amazing movie, and the way that T3 screwed up so much, it makes T2 better, because of how you're looking at T2 versus T3. It just makes it so much better. And I just absolutely love this movie, but sadly, we must move on to the bad. The first thing I will say is the fact that there is a scene during a motorcycle chase where you can definitely tell when they're on the motorcycle. Arnold, when he jumps off of that like ramp thing to go onto the ground, you can really tell that it's a stunt double. It is not Arnold in that scene. It's very obvious. And then when the T-800 gets what is his name, John Connor, and puts him on his bike. You can tell that it is again Arnold's stunt double and Eddie Furlong's stunt double. Eddie could not have done that. He was only a child at the time, so they couldn't do that. So that's the only thing I can think of when it comes to bad. So I'm gonna rate this now. If I had to rate this, I would give it an S plus plus infinity. 10 out of 10, a billion out of 10, 1 trillion out of 10, anything to respect this movie. It is the greatest movie of all time. I love it for everything. It is so amazing. It is so amazing. I love it. Stay tuned for the 29th when I have a superhero ranking coming up with my buddies, Film Kid, Hasta La Vista Baby, and also Jay Lewis. I get it. I messed up again. Somehow I got it wrong three times in a row. That is that must be a record. So it is actually 29 because there are 29 movies. Film Kid premieres his first, then I premiere mine. Hasta and Jay, in that order, as in Hasta will go then, and then Jay will go last. They can premiere theirs or just do as they dispose, but Film Kid and I are premiering ours. Thank you all so much for watching this. Please like and subscribe. Remember to have a good one, and also, as always,
Hasta la vista, baby.